the Reverend Jesse Jackson from the United States with his entourage, one of the people who have actually come through to be with the family as it prepares to go to the mortuary to receive Mama's remains, to bring them home for the next hours until tomorrow morning, when the body is taken to the Orlando Stadium, where the funeral service will be held. I don't know if he is speaking. I'm going to try and see if I can get our microphone to him as he begins talking.
Guys, is everyone ready? Pass me the mic. Cool.
A delegation of us have come from America and from the Congo. We've come here because we're so blessed to have had the privilege of knowing and working with Winnie Mandela down through the years. Winnie is truly the mother of the new South Africa. From Mary we got Jesus the Savior. From the mother of Moses we got a leader. From Winnie we got a nation. We're grateful to God for her service. I came here in 1979, and she was banished at that time in exile. We exchanged notes at that time. I came back across the years, and of course the day that Nelson came out of Robins Island on Cape Town, we were there together on that occasion. For 27 years after the trial of Rivonia, most of the world had not seen Nelson Mandela. There was no internet, there was no cell phones, there was no Google, no Facebook. And so for 27 years we knew Nelson Mandela was alive because his heart was beating. It was Winnie's heart. 27 years he was in the dark. It was Winnie had the heart of the Mandela. She kept the Mandela name alive. With her strength and courage, we defined this struggle. She made this a global struggle. Epitomized the joy of our salvation. And because of her work, I worked with Oliver Tambo where he was in exile. He was in America and France and Britain. Thabo Mbeki was in school. Chris Honey had been killed. Johnny McCain stayed at our home in Chicago. It was Winnie that kept the movement alive. She was the face of the Free South African movement. And yesterday in the U.S. Congress, they passed a resolution honoring Winnie Mandela in the U.S. Congress, led by Maxine Waters and women in America. The United Nations passed a resolution yesterday honoring Winnie Mandela because clearly she gave birth to this movement. So we come here today to express our thanks to her, the condolences of the family. And so when it died, she multiplied. In so many ways, she's like Esther. She could have just been a quiet mother with 2 children. Such a beautiful woman. She could have laid back and waiting and hoping. She left Rivonia fighting. She never stopped fighting. She never stopped fighting. She never stopped serving. She took the slings, and so by her stripes we're healed. By the pain she took, we're healed. There are those who assert leadership today, they were not here. She never left the belly of the beast. She never left the belly of the beast. She never stopped fighting. So for that, we are grateful. So thank you.
Thank you.
Questions?
Yeah, Reverend there is an ongoing debate in South Africa about her legacy as we speak. From the outside looking in, do you think South Africans there's a misconception or we are confused as South Africans in not understanding the legacy of Winnie Mandela? Do you think we're misinformed, that we don't actually get what the sacrifices were, even though we have a free country now, in part due to her efforts?
You know, if you might use a football analogy, those who are on the sidelines have clean uniforms. Those in the stands have clean uniforms. Blood on their uniforms. Dirt. They're scarred up. But by her scars, we're healed. She was in the battle. When it was a freedom fighter, a liberator, an emancipator. She bore the burden of raising 2 children and birthing a nation in 27 years. When Nelson could not speak and had not been seen, we knew Mandela because we knew Winnie. We saw him on Sunday in 1990. We'd seen her for 27 years. She went to jail. She faced exile. She was banned. She was attacked by the government. They taught to disrupt, discredit, and destroy her. Let's not forget when Dr. King was alive. I know that we love martyrs, but not martyrs. She was a martyr. As a martyr, we can argue, but she's gone on to heaven. She's paid her dues, and so we thank her for having paid her dues. Yes, sir. The body's coming.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Reverend. Reverend? Just want to step.
Well, Reverend Jesse Jackson of the Rainbow Push Coalition, a coalition of civil rights and political activists based in the United States of America. They have been friends of the ANC broadly, but also people like Winnie Mandela were in fact very, very close to the population indeed. Well, and that is where we're going to leave it for now, here outside Winnie's home in Soweto.